So we're going to test this live stream. We're going to be doing a series of interviews that I'll be streaming on my channels. And what I want to discuss briefly in this particular practice run of our live stream has to do with FEMA. FEMA. Let's turn this. Wonder if it can also record. So it's going live and it's recording. That's amazing technology that our devices can do this. My name is Amos Tarfa, and I have a YouTube channel called Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa. I also have a channel called Amos the Math Guy, and then a last channel called Counting to Calculus. I'll explain briefly what each of these are. Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa is basically Christian apologetics and just life lessons, how to live. Titus 2 talks about living sensibly, and then Ephesians 5 talks about walking circumspectly. So I love talking about how to think. I love talking about what life is about. That's what Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa is about. So Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa is the first channel. Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa. I've written a few books, including Why Do I Exist? And I have a website called livingsensibly.org. So that's a little bit about me. I'm a medical physicist, an educator, and a math writer. I love writing things in math, education, science education, helping people to learn and to flourish. And so my wife and I have 7 children. We live in Texas. That's a little bit about my background. Now I'm going to step into the next round, which is what I just talked about. So I love writing math and science programs. I have a business called the Learning Institute for Excellence that has online programs as well as occasional events in different spots. Like we're going to NASA on June 10th, and then Rice University on June 11th, and June 12th, potentially we'll go to the University of Houston. So we basically love learning and helping people to flourish in their learning. My channel, Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa, featured a discussion about Thomas Sowell, how I met Thomas Sowell, how I heard about his writings. And that was kind of where a lot of people came to know me on that channel. And I still plan to do more book reviews from different people, but I just wanted to talk about, a little bit about how the Living Sensibly channel has gotten to where it is. My business, the Learning Institute for Excellence, has a math component, right? We've written a program called Counting to Calculus. So let's just quickly write this down. So this is my first channel. The second channel is Amos the Math Guy. And what I do on that channel is focus a lot more on math history, math policy. There's a book called Math Fix, for example. Let's take a book like that. Let's analyze what he's talking about. So we do that in Amos the Math Guy. We're talking about math policy. We're talking about how to help more children flourish in mathematics and science. And so Amos the Math Guy, Amos the STEM Guy, that focus on this arena is with academics, but more on a policy level. There's a third channel, though, that is really the minimum viable product that we put together. And if you want to learn more about this and join us on this quest, let me know. I've been working on this for about 12 years. And finally, it has come into a website form, and now we want to make it into an app, integrated with a payment system and deployed for the whole world. Here's what that product is. It's called Counting to Calculus. What is Counting to Calculus? Well, let me do this. I'm going to do something here. Imagine this is a phone, and you just clicked on the home page and you clicked on the app. So when you click on the app, Counting to Calculus, what you're going to get are a couple of things. When you're new to the app, it's going to ask you, right, like, would you like an assessment? And what are your thoughts on math? And what we're trying to do is we're trying to check your math skills and your math attitude. We're checking 2 things. Here's why. Because every 3 months, the app will ask you about these questions again. We're regularly checking your progress as far as your attitude. Why? Because with Amos the Math Guy, Living Sensibly, and Counting to Calculus, my whole purpose is to change people's attitude to learning so they love learning. I want people to love learning. I don't just want them to be good at math. I want them to love the process of, wow, Isaac Newton did that part for that piece of differential calculus. That's amazing. I want them to be thinking about the history of math and the applications of math as it ties to different careers, and they have vision for life. And it partly started from just a math lecture. Do you see what I'm getting at? So I'm checking the attitude gauge. If your attitude gets better, improved, or you like it more, maybe through the math history, it will affect other things about you. That's just the nature of it. And that's why I want to focus on attitude. Okay, so we have an assessment though, that literally there's 248 topics that we teach kids from pre-algebra, pretty much elementary school math, all the way to calculus. So I have those 248 topics. I have it on our website. We have videos and we have practice problems and everything. But we have one assessment, which is the first thing you see on, think of it like this bar here is going to be like an assessment on the app. Then there's another bar next to the app that is going to say math history, math applications, STEM applications. Do you want to be inspired today? So when you click on this one, it's literally just videos, short videos about people. So you know how people scroll sometimes on social media? Imagine if they're doing that instead, though, watching videos about Isaac Newton, James Clerk Maxwell, Michael Faraday, like literally Florence Nightingale. It's just stories of inspiration in one place. Short, straight to the point. The person goes, man, that was encouraging. If they want the longer version, there is going to be a subscription fee for that. The longer version would be like, here's a deep dive into Blaise Pascal. And that's where I might go over his theorems and things like that. The idea is the deeper dive comes with a little extra fee. Some of these features are free for people. We want people to, they can take the assessment and then it literally would let them schedule a meeting with me or someone from my team. And we talk about the assessment results. We could tell them exactly, you're lacking understanding of fraction addition. Here's what you need to do. And we are going to eventually integrate AI. We have somebody from the AI sphere that is a part of our team. We're going to integrate some of this so it's more automated eventually. Right now, you click on the app, it will show you assessment. You can take that assessment, it will give you a breakdown. Here's a breakdown with a visual. There's going to be green for the topics that you've mastered. There's going to be red for the topics that you don't know, right? What is mastery? Someone asked me that. When you can do a problem 3 times in a row in a short amount of time, literally, like you do it like you know your name, like you're going through the problem almost automatically. We want you to get to that point. Why? How are we different from other people? Well, we don't believe in grade level math learning. We don't believe in second grade, third grade, fourth grade math. We literally just take math from counting to calculus. All the topics that are taught in all the grade levels are in our curriculum, all of them. But we are teaching it from a perspective of not duplicating the stuff, but teaching mastery and integrating review regularly, right? So students can take an assessment. Students can click on get me inspired today. Like I need some inspiration today. They click on it, right? There's going to be an inspiration tab. What are the other things students can click on? Students can click on learn. Learn is where these 248 topics, here's all the content arranged for you in a very straightforward manner. You literally are just going down the list. So if you're a working adult that wants to change careers, you can literally take my curriculum and finish all the math kids learn from K-12 in 1 year. Literally, you just work through it at your pace because there's 248, right? So imagine 1 a day. Now, granted, it might take a little more time, but even if it took 2 years or 3 years, that's better than 13 years. Do you see? So we've condensed math into counting to calculus, covering every topic while inspiring you along the way. So you can click on the assessment, you can click on inspiration, you can click on learn, and you can choose the option where you can say, hey, get me some coaching. And there are 3 plans for our coaching. The first plan is once a week check-in. It's $1,500 a year or $150 a month. That's the first plan. That's generally used by elementary school students, but anybody can choose to just have that option. The second plan is $3,000 a year, and that's twice a week check-ins. And I'll explain why this is important. And the third plan is $5,000 a year or $500 a month, and that includes college credit material. So you basically, in the $5,000 package, we literally take your college experience, your freshman level college classes, and we give it to you for $5,000 a year. And that literally gives you 30 college credits, up to 30 college credits. Even if you're still in 8th, 9th, 10th grade, right? Especially those who are in 9th and 10th grade, we give you that in 9th grade. You can have 30 college credits in your 9th grade year, taking classes like college algebra, writing composition. So this is with a partnership in Texas, with a school in Texas we have. So my point is that's the third tier. That's a $5,000 plan. Now, let me go back to something that is pretty cool about counting to calculus. Counting to calculus is a math, science, computer science, and engineering program. It's actually all 4. What do I mean by this, right? What I mean is your child is doing math and science, that's fine, but we actually have videos and support and encouragement that guides them in career prep for STEM fields. It's all on the app. There's no extra charge at this point. It's all there. And so your child literally, as they're learning about variation in algebra, we tie it to chemistry because of Boyle's law and Charles' law. We tie it to physics because of Hooke's law. You see, you can't teach math away from the applications for which the math was made. We need to do it together. And that's part of what I'm excited to do with Counting to Calculus. So recap, my name is Amos Tarfa, and I have a channel called Living Sensibly with Amos Tarfa. I also have Amos the Math Guy, which is me teaching different things about math policy, doing podcasts with math people and so on. And then there's a third level, which is called Counting to Calculus, which is a specific program that I've put together with a few more friends. And I look forward to sharing more of these resources with your family and people from around the world. Let's get more kids doing calculus for fun. Let's have pizza parties where people are literally doing calculus for fun. Calculus, linear algebra, statistics, discrete mathematics, calculus 2, Fourier transforms, differential equations. Man, there's so much math to learn. And I'm excited to be one of those who inspires the next generation of scientists, mathematicians, and thinkers, which leads me to the last thing. My book is coming out this fall called STEM Excellence: How to Raise the Next Generation of Scientists, Mathematicians, and Thinkers. You can pre-order today. You can use the link that you can email me and I'll send you the link, but we're getting that website. We're going to put it on our website. People can pre-order the book. It's going to be on Kindle and it's going to be printed versions as well. In the book, I'm going to talk about the lives of people like Isaac Newton, James Clerk Maxwell, and I'm just going to use stories to inspire people to STEM excellence. Because if you want to learn how to play soccer, you go find people that know how to play soccer, right? You go ask Messi, you go ask Ronaldo, you go ask Nigeria's team from 1996 when we won the Olympics, right? You go ask those teams, right? I live in America now, and I wouldn't tell you that you should ask America for soccer. Well, there's some decent players and so on. But if you want to know about basketball, you ask America. If you want to know about math and STEM, ask Euler, ask Newton, ask Maxwell, ask the Cavendish Laboratory in Cambridge, which is where I'll be, God willing, in August. So I'll be in Cambridge in August, and then I'm also hoping to do a program at Oxford. And that leads me to my next video that will be published on our channel later. But that has to do with Fermat's last theorem. Professor Andrew Wiles, who solved that, is at Oxford. So I'm excited to collaborate on that. Thanks for watching this intro to my YouTube live, trying to explain what I'm about. I hope it was encouraging to you. Reach out to amosthemathguy.com or amosthemathguy@gmail.com if you would like to see any of my programs, or if you want to learn more or support our work in building out Counting to Calculus on a global app scale. Take care. Have a blessed day.